to the AFC West.
Yep. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. I think this is my best Super Bowl. I think they're gonna have a revenge season. They're out for blood, and they're gonna come get it. Until Patrick Mahomes is not Patrick Mahomes, well, I'm gonna always pick them. My favorite team is the Broncos. I absolutely been in love with this team all offseason. I was a big Bo Nix guy early on.
Not a lot of people were.
I always saw the talent in him. I think him going to Auburn was very much because his legacy of his family going there. I think it was a really bad pick for him to go there early on. Him going to Oregon was an unbelievably great career revival for him. It fit a lot of his schemes. And then Sean Payton is an unbelievably talented head coach. Ironically, they just traded a wide receiver away for more draft capital than what Jerry Jeudy went for. Was it the Commanders? I believe they traded him to. No, it wasn't the Commanders, but they traded a wide receiver that they got more out of him than Jerry Jeudy. But Bo Nix is there. They have a good run game.
They traded for?
Yeah, they traded away. They traded away a wide receiver and got more draft capital than they did for Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I love Sutton, still a guy that I've always been a fan of since out of SMU. They have a good running game as well too.
Devon Villay.
Yep. They got more back from him than they did Jerry Jeudy. And
Jerry Jeudy made him pay a Monday Night Football.
Yes. But then the last thing too is this defense is sick. And it's only getting better too, because they with their first round pick with another cornerback, like Patrick Surtain just won Defensive Player of the Year. That dude is a legitimate like lockdown. Sure. And then they got Hufanga, I believe, from the San Francisco 49ers. Like, this defense is legit. And I think it's a defense that I would not be surprised not shuts out like Kansas City can't score, but like makes Patrick Mahomes look bad, like the Eagles did.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean Payton as a head coach is a legit dude. After that, the Chargers, I think they're my issue with them is wide receiver, man. Like I still like I like Justin Herbert a lot. It's just like a true number one for him would be nice. And lastly, the Raiders made a lot of offseason move, but godly, man, like they are stuck in this division. And like all the moves that the Raiders made, I love. Like Geno Smith is, what was it? The last 2 seasons had the best completion percentage out of any quarterback.
Probably, yeah, that sounds right.
And then the year before that, he led the league in passing yards. And now, like, it's unfortunate that he's playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. He's against the Chargers. He's against the Broncos. Like, God, like it's tough sledding for Las Vegas. Like, if they were in the AFC South, they would be the clear division winners.
Yeah. Pretty sure we're going to be pretty similar in this respect. I have the Chiefs at 12-5, which to you going from 15-2 to 12-5 could seem steep. I do think that they had a horseshoe up their ass last year, very, very much so, winning all those one-score games in a lot of fortunate ways. A lot of people are like, oh, well, it's rigged, the ref, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say they were fortunate in a lot of ways. They were sometimes better. A lot of times they were fortunate. I think you're not going to get that again. The team, I'm still wondering where a lot of that offensive production is going to come from. I like Xavier Worthy. He's a nice player. He's not Tyreek Hill by any means. And Travis Kelce is not the Travis Kelce of 3 years ago. The running back game, I mean, Isaiah Pacheco is fine. Is he this crazy running back that you can rely on every down? I don't think so. This team very feels like early 2010s Patriots, where you had Tom Brady in and out, Gronk with injuries, and a lot of nice receivers, but which guy is going to really break it for you?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how that vibe is to me. Might be a little closer to like 2004 to 2007 Patriots, where they didn't have a ton going on for them offensively besides Tom Brady. But yeah, I think that they're still smarter than everybody. They still do business better than anybody besides maybe the Eagles. And 12-5 is about where they fall. The Broncos at 11-6 for a lot of the same reasons you said. The only reason I don't have them winning this division, frankly, is because the Chiefs are the Chiefs. And we've yet to see them kind of the Broncos take that next step and beat them. The Chargers 10-7, they were right on the fringe of the playoffs, them and the Patriots for that last spot. Wouldn't be shocked at all if it ended up flipping. The Chargers are very good, very well coached. Justin Herbert is the man. You just got to get him some receivers. Like, Ladd McConkey's fine. Give me something else. Give me something else. Like, you can only rely on a slot receiver for so long. I think Amari Hampton's going to be a big force for them. And that defense is still strong as ever. So I do think this Chargers team is going to be pretty good. And the Raiders are 6-11, 2 game difference between you and I. A lot of the same reasons. I probably just had them losing a matchup that you thought that they would win. But I feel pretty the same. This is not a 6-11 that you're like, God damn it, like this team can't figure it out. This is a team that just faces some hard times.
Yeah, the discussion I want to have about this division is, are you with me on the Broncos? Is that's a legitimate Super Bowl contending team?
Yeah.
Same here. I think that is a team that and I'm gonna say this too, would not surprise me if they do win the division too. Nope. Like if they won the division at like 12, like if they swap with your prediction right here with the Chiefs, I would not be surprised about that. Nope. Because as you said, you're now in this era of the Chiefs where it's like, okay, we have Patrick Mahomes. We don't really need to invest in wide receivers that much because the Super Bowl that they did win without Tyreek Hill was kind of like, they didn't win much with like their receivers was Mecole Hardman and Rashid Rice.
Yep.
Like a Juju. Like it wasn't that much. Like they didn't. And so they're kind of like, oh, well, we have Patrick Mahomes. We don't really need to invest in weapons like that anymore with him. And I think eventually that's going to kind of bite them in the ass when you have a team like the Broncos who can like legitimately shut down a whole third of a side of a football field with Patrick Surtain. So like their best wide receiver could not beat Patrick Surtain right now on that team. And I think eventually, like you said, I think eventually you're going to run out of horseshoe magic, luck when it goes against when you're going against guys like Sean Payton. Also, this division has the best head coaches.
Yes. Yeah.
From top to bottom. And I think that's also where that's where I'm saying, like, I think even the Chiefs could lose one to the Raiders because of like, if you just catch them on a bad day, or same thing with the Broncos, like, man, dude, you got how many Super Bowl? You have every head coach in this division went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
3 of 4 have won it.
And Harbaugh is pretty close.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine that, right? So you have Pete Carroll and Andy Reid have been to multiple Super Bowls. And then Sean and Harbaugh have been to one apiece.
Yep.
And those Saints teams also were right there in it in NFC Championship games too when he was there. So this is the best head coach-led division. And on top of that too, probably the best overall quarterback division too. So you have the 2 most important pieces of a team. You have 2 bona fide franchise guys. You have one above average starter who once led the league in passing with Geno, and then you also have Bo Nix. So I would say that, like, the only thing this division you would say the negative thing is none of these teams have a receiver outside of the Broncos.
And Sutton is not like some crazy.
Exactly. Sutton's a league average starter, but like on top of that too, he isn't like
the best offensive weapon in this division might be Brock Bowers.
Yeah, honestly, it's just so weird about that division. It's like, you great head coaches, great quarterbacks, through and through, but like no offensive receivers, like no offensive weapons, honestly, outside of Brock Bowers, like being the best one here. And
a run first offense. Shout out Chip Kelly.